What's up, Coaster Nation? I'm Dan Hauer, and we are at Cedar Point for VALRAVN Media Day. We're about to preview VALRAVN, Cedar Point's 18th roller coaster. It's the longest, tallest, fastest dive coaster in the world.
Hey Coaster Nation, I'm Rob Decker. I'm here at Cedar Point, and we are opening VALRAVN, the 18th roller coaster at Cedar Point. People call it the roller coaster capital of the world, so we needed to have something world-class scale, Cedar Point scale, and to differentiate itself from some of the other rides here, dive coaster. So there are many of them out there. There are 2 in the U.S., but we thought we could build it taller, get it longer, add a few more elements into it, and so that was the opportunity for Cedar Point. So world record-breaking status, 223 feet tall, the longest in the world, 3,415 feet, and the fastest is 75 miles an hour, gave us the opportunity to add more elements beyond the drop. In fact, there are 2 drops, there are 3 inversions, the tallest inversion of a dive coaster with the Immelman at 165 feet. So we're able to get it to Cedar Point scale and really deliver what we think is a great ride. We came up with the name VALRAVN, and it just came, to us. Sometimes there's marketing, a lot of people involved. And what we were thinking is, how do you get to Cedar Point, such a dominating skyline, and drop in another ride that's going to build its own stature and compete with the other rides and just sort of fit in? So VALRAVN, being a regal king of birds, flew in to swoop down and dominate all dive coasters in the world and make its place on Cedar Point. And that was really the core of it. So I like to say VALRAVN is a bad A bird, bad A for bad attitude. So it came in and it's a disruptor. It's like, you think you're bad, look at this. He's got the scale. But the mass of this ride is really impressive. The backbone on it is 4 times the size as Raptor. All of the columns are incredible. And it's because it holds up a massive train, 8 across, 3 deep. It's a great dynamic, and this ride fits perfectly with Cedar Point. Everyone wants to ride in the best seat. I'm a little slower when it comes to adopting a seat. I like to first ride in the middle on something this wide and really feel sort of the dynamics there, and then start and go on the way out. I've not ridden in every seat, so I'm eager to check all of those out. But obviously, if you're going to get out a little further, out onto the edge, you're going to get more rotational dynamics. Probably back is going to get, things, coming across all of the hills. And so I'm thinking, probably for me, probably back right. So I can't wait to get there. I haven't been there yet. There's plenty of time to ride, plenty of time to choose the right seat. I just can't wait to do it. There are 10 world records, and I thought it would break 5, but you give it to marketing and they come up with 10. But the obvious ones are the tallest dive coaster in the world, 223 feet tall. The fastest is 75 miles an hour. The longest ride at 3,415 feet with 3 inversions on the ride. Tallest drop, 214 feet. But what you get to is it's a very dominant ride. And if you think about it, if you're going to build a dive coaster, add the extra 20 feet. Because without it, where would that 20 feet come from? Right through that free fall drop. And that's the element. That's the signature element. So we had to get that kind of stature. But if you put Cedar Point all together, end to end, the most roller coasters over 200 feet tall in the world, 5. Now, 5. Now you get 71 rides in total. 18 rides for the park is not a record. But look at the scale of these rides. Look at the stature, look at the speed, the dominance, and all the dynamics. And this is the mecca for roller coasters, without a question. So we're really proud of it. Put end to end, and if you were able to stretch every roller coaster out across space, it would be 11.4 miles of track, which is a pretty impressive statistic. We're always planning new attractions, resort developments of a broad nature, family, water parks, thrill, our hotels. We have a 5-year plan, and we work off of that plan. Now, out about 3 years, it gets pretty real. We already know what's going in next year and the year thereafter, But a ride like this takes about 3 years. We actually had to move some of the rides out of the way, like the go-kart ride, the turnpike ride rather, and then the bumper car building, the Dodgems, that had to move out of the way to get ready for this. So we have a plan, we're executing against that. This just was the opportunity to put something at what I call 5th and Main. It's on the Main Midway, about halfway through the park. And at this kind of scale and the opportunity to get people up that high and look out across everything, it was the right thing. So there's more to come. When we opened Gatekeeper, we said there's something else, and we're opening VALRAVN, and yep, there's something else. You can count on that, but details, of course, to be disclosed much later. But we're looking forward to things like Cedar Point's going to celebrate its sesquicentennial 150th anniversary in the year 2020. That'll be a big year for Cedar Point. We're all gearing up for that. We're going to continue to build roller coasters, but we're also going to bring in family rides, build up the water parks, the resorts. We have a mile-long beach. It's a great opportunity to build on the legacy of Cedar Point and continue to build great roller coasters. Hopefully people will come out and enjoy. We love it. We're getting a great response so far, and we really appreciate all the input everyone gets us. So ideas come from everywhere. Send them in.
We're going to go ride the newest roller coaster at Cedar Point, VALRAVN. Come on.
Fasten your seatbelt. All right, I will be around shortly to assist you.
This seatbelt is for larger people. If you didn't.
Row 5. Is there row 5?
Are you going to sit there?
Seat 5.
I'm not. I'm going to sit here on the end. Are you ready?
That's what I'm ever going to be.
We're ready. Let's do this. Dare to dive.
And your legs are dangling?
Please stay clear. Gates closed.
Are you guys excited to ride? Woo! You guys are all clearing out of here. Enjoy your ride on VALRAVN.
What's up, Coaster Nation? We are at Cedar Point on VALRAVN, finally.
How was your ride? Awesome. At this time, please go ahead and unbuckle once the course back at your feet. Pull up your shoulder harness and exit towards the right down the stairs. Thank you for riding Val.
That was incredible. An incredible ride.
Yeah?
Awesome. Definitely a different ride in front.
Nice.